Hello, my good people. It's your girl Jasmine. Um, hmm, it has been so long since I've had to do this intro that I don't even remember how I've done it. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm in a new space. Thank you guys for being patient with me. Vlogmas was a lot. It damn near took a girl out. I barely recovered. I'm just now coming back to myself. But along the way, I've been doing a lot of healing, a lot of therapy, a lot of getting my mind right, so that way I can come forth and share the messages that I am here to share. So anywho, welcome and journey to Jasmine. I'm Jasmine, of course. I already said that, but let's get into it for real this time. All right, so I've been writing in my notebook, still keeping my notes or whatever. And on January 11th, I wrote this channeled message, and I was so excited about it. So excited about it. I just knew this was going to be my welcome back to recording message or whatever. But right when I had the momentum, like it just 1:11 on the clock as I'm saying this, it just didn't seem the right time. And so I didn't record it. I was just like, it'll come back to me. And yeah, so this message is titled Homecoming. And the song that channeled through and I'm not gonna go into the artist or anything like that, but it's the I'm coming home, tell the world I'm coming home. You're coming home to yourself. Like this is your homecoming season. This is the time where it's like you are coming back to a place, but you're so different. So everything feels different. The energy is very different. 122 was heavy in my channel. 123, 33 blossoming, all of that. Very, very important and significant in this season. Like every nature's waking up again, right? This is the natural new year. This is that time. I feel like we're in that last little cleansing stretch. So, be very patient with yourself. Don't go too hard if you don't feel like it. Think about it. You haven't moved these muscles in a while. So give yourself some time, develop good habits, if you will. Definitely for the beginning stages, the beginning weeks of March, just kind of take it easy. But yeah, so coming home to yourself, and it feels good. And it does feel like a because you guys have been trying to get here for a minute. I've been trying to get here for a minute, and there's some ups and downs and bumps and bruises, but you're still here. You're still pressing on. So many exciting things have been happening to you, but you've just been taking it all in, learning how to respond and not just react, not to just get off your keel. Black is King is something that I was channeling very heavy, so that may be significant if you have not seen it. Beyonce did the soundtrack to the Lion King movie back when it had came out, but at the end, again, divine timing is everything. Because I remember when everybody was first talking about Black is King, I was like, oh, it's so demonic and never seen the thing, never watched it. I was just going off of fear because that was what everybody else had said, and so I never even gave it a chance. And divine timing is everything because when I finally watched Black is King, my mind was blown. Like all the messages, like from start to finish, just really feeling seen and understood, and like the stages of a rebirth and just coming transforming. It's beautiful. So if you have not seen Black is King, I encourage you to watch it. Especially if you have been called to this message, it's going to make so much sense for you. Having no fear, like you've been here before but you haven't been here before, and it's like this time really learning how to just trust yourself in your past season. And that was a lot in our older channeled messages. It was, we talked a lot about you know having, you're in your new story, everything is different, so you are definitely in a new story. And the story does seem familiar, and I think that's why so many of us have been feeling like, man, maybe I haven't leveled up like I thought, maybe things are not changed as much as it is because everything looks the same. But your reality is going to look the same, but you're different this time, so you're making different choices, which means your outcomes are going to be different, your experiences are going to be different. So don't be fooled by the way that it looks. What does it feel like? The other day I had posted a TikTok, and I was saying how and this is so random, so stay with me, but I was saying how after therapy, I was listening to Scissor's Drive, and it was just so healing and it was so spiritual, and not even on the lyrics per se. Yes, I know the lyrics and I know what she was saying, but when I was tuning into the frequency of it all, like there's a point where she's like she's very much grounding energy, just like, I understand something's not right, but I'm taking my time. I'm just gonna think through it. I'm not gonna react. And then there's a moment of na 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 na. Like now she's like venting, almost like getting it out of her system, saying the things that have stressed her out, and like really putting it out there, like sitting with her emotions and having a conversation with herself and trying to like unpack it. And then in the midst of her unpacking it, it's the like then she's kind of like popping her ish in a way, but also affirming herself, where she's not like beating up on herself and then realizing like, oh, I'm here I go popping it up. And when I'm popping myself, I get myself that hype, but then the frequency of the song or the tempo of the song rolls back into the and it's just grounding yourself, like getting back into your body, of not being distracted by the one-off emotions or that rah-rah emotions, because that's what's familiar, that's what you're used to. And whoo, I did not expect to go there on that one, but just being in a new space and being able to take, and 6:11 was on the clock, but being able to take in new information and see things different with the same old thing. So yes, I said all that to say your reality may look the same, but the way you approach it, the way you feel, the way you interact with it is going to be so much different. And that is what's going to make all of the difference in your life this time. I don't know if I said it, but 33s are going to be very significant. Blossoming, like you are ready to blossom, like you're getting ready to take off, and not the get ready like you're still waiting. Like, no, you're literally opening up. Like the flowers, the petals are unfolding. You're coming out of the cocoon. Like the work has already been done, everything to get you here, it's already happened. You are now waking up to your new self. Like this is literally, I see bears coming out of hibernation, like the winter, the forest waking up again, fairy energy just very much coming alive again. 7:11 on the clock. Did I write 7:11? But no, but I was instantly drawn to your Aquarius placements, seventh house, um, fourth house, sixth house, third house. All these are going to be very significant. Look into it. Learn about yourself, right? Learn about how you ebb and flow, how you move throughout the world, knowing yourself. It made me think about, I wrote down returning to yourself. Your relationship with yourself or with anybody can look however you want. You decide. Another thing I have been posting last week, I have been having so many dreams, and today is March 2nd. But again, this is timeless, so it's going to hit you whenever you watch it, so don't worry about the date. But I have been having these dreams of being in a car and driving and going, or in some kind of motor device, whether I was on a ride or something like that, but I was never really in the driver's seat. Like, although I was supposed to be in the driver's seat, I was never really in the driver's seat. I was always kind of in the back, like kind of just like uh, barely making it. And I know I have on this microphone, I'm trying out new sounds for you guys to hear me. So if you hear me breathing heavy like a fat girl, mind your business. No, I'm just joking. But anywho, or if you hear the creaking of the chair, struggle bus, but whatever. But anywho, I said all that to say, like every time I was in this dream, like I was just letting it go. I was expecting, like I was hoping that I was gonna get there. I wasn't expecting, let me correct myself. I was hoping that I was gonna be where I needed to be. I was hoping that I was going to make it there safe. I was hoping that by me starting the car, I was gonna make it. And now is a time where you're the person who needs to get into the driver's seat. You need to drive. You had all that time to rest, to be in the back. Hold on. This might stop it. Am I still going? Can you still hear me? I'm not going to pause it. But you were doing all of that to get yourself ready for now, to be in the driver's seat, to make the decisions, to do the things that you need to do. Okay. So make peace with it, that no one's coming to save you. You have to get in the car. You have to save yourself. You have to drive in this season and move forward. Self-made. A lot of relaxing your masculine energy and just stepping into that soft divine feminine, like being reborn, very creating. Threes, again, I said threes are significant, but it's very much in your creatrix energy, like just soft, not too heavy, not pushing too hard. This is you just woke up. Okay, when you just woke up, think about soft morning. You want to do a little stretch. Okay, this is you're stretching it out. You're home, like this is it. Like you've made it to where you want it to go. Okay, so thrive in the uncertainties. You don't know what the conditions look like now that you woke up. Okay, it's going to mirror and look a lot like what you remember, but remember, you are the one that's different. So you are going to be moving different, responding different. Things you used to do, you don't do anymore, okay? Trust yourself. Trust that you are who you say you are. Trust that you have been putting in the work. Trust that the rest you've been receiving is everything you need. I would take it easy now that you're waking up. Remember, this is your temple. Start eating softly, not too heavy, not a lot of alcohol, not a lot of processed food, not a lot of junk, not a lot of sugar. You want to give your immune system, your nervous system some time to start over, to become familiar. The things that you used to eat, things that you used to like, they may not resonate anymore. So take a soft start, okay? Soft start. Stay open to wisdom in a variety of different ways. Don't I was seeing this thing and it was just kind of saying that the words may not always get it. Don't get caught up on the words. Take in the frequency. How does it make you feel when you receive that information? Because the wisdom is coming, and it's coming in a variety of ways. That random conversation in the gas station, the ladybug that sat on your car, the bird that caught your attention as you were driving by, the song that you heard that you haven't heard in a long time, the TV show or the commercial that you just happened to look at, the ad. Like, information is coming. Be open to receiving it and trust that you heard it right the first time. You don't need someone to validate you, like, hey, what would you think? This is not the season for that. This is the season for you to take the information, going within yourself, and trusting that you are capable to come back with how it's going to be based on you. Okay, this is the season for you and the creator to work together and build the reality. Now, you're, like I said, your reality looks the same, but now the time that by your choices and your decisions, that your reality is going to start being shaped. How are you going to want to shape it? If you run too fast, you might start making decisions that are in alignment with who you used to be. But you're different. You're coming home to yourself, your true self, at the core of who you are, before all the hurt, before all the shame, before the guilt, at the core. It's like you're waking up to remember the contract that you signed up to do. You said, hey, if I come back this time, I'm going to break this curse. I'm going to get my family on this path. I'm going to build a legacy based on. Okay, I was in the groove of it, but the alarm went off. So this video is going to be in two pieces. I apologize. Stay with me, right? We're coming to the end of it, right? So I'm just going to read some of the things that I had wrote down. Thrive in the uncertainties. Don't let your hunger get the best of you. Okay, so don't let the fact that you're coming out of hibernation, you haven't had everything that you wanted in a while, so now you're kind of not in the season of lack as if you don't have it, but you've been deprived, right? So go slow when you're picking out. You don't want to be too full of the things that you don't want. That's like you know you're going to go out to dinner to this fancy restaurant, but in the middle of the day you're so hungry that you fill up on junk. Let's say, I don't know what the junk is, you fill up on some McDonald's or something like that, and then by the time you get to this fancy restaurant that you've been dying to go to, or you've been so excited, I take that back, don't even say dying, you've been so excited to go to, and now you can't even eat because you filled up on what you didn't want. So if expect that what it is that you said you wanted is coming in for you exactly the way you want it to. Don't fill up on nonsense, okay? Don't let your hunger for it get the best of you. Revolutionize social media, okay? It doesn't need to be it doesn't need to be the way they say it needs to be. It needs to be the way you want it to be. Everybody's tips and tricks of how they went viral or how they got seen, that's not going to work for you. Okay. You are here on a different path, a different course, a different vibe, a different wave. You're going to make it by being true to yourself. What everybody did that worked for them is not going to work for you in this season. You are here on a very different mission, a very different course. Okay. So just stay focused. Worry about you. This is not going to be the season to ask everybody for validation. This is not going to be the season to ask everybody for their opinion. Right now, I'm feeling like a pain in like the middle of my back, but I know it's reminding me to stand on my own, to trust in myself, to trust my intuition, to pause, have a moment with myself, to ground into my own energy so that I'm not so swayed by what everybody else has going on. Okay. And then stay persistent in your search for the unusual. And I'm not saying like be different for the sake of being different, but stay committed and stay true, stay trusting and working into the path of figuring it out. Like, you don't have to just do what everybody's doing because that's a safe way. follow the path less traveled. That's where your bliss is. That's where your what you're looking for. Your path is a path that has never been a path. You are the path creator. You are the journey or the wayfinder. It's making me think of Moana. You're the one to wake up the people. Like, you are the people. You're the one that everybody's been waiting for. And we've been talking about this for so long. You're the one that they've been waiting for. So there's not going to be a guide map. There's not going to be a rule book. There's not going to be a this is how you do it. You are here to light a path by just being you. So whatever it is, just be you. Just do it. Okay. And again, in a variety of ways. Some of the songs that I'm sorry thinking of is Loaded Bases by Nipsey Hussle. Loaded Bases, that's my motivation. Like, knowing I gotta get my people home. Like, everything is, everybody was riding on you. Everyone's betting on you. And I may have said this before in another channel message, but it makes me think of Katniss Everdeen, The Hunger Games, and Senna was her stylist, and he said, "Girl on Fire, I'm betting on you." Everyone's betting on you. Like, the ancestors, the spirit guides, you yourself. You put in work to, oh, you knew that when you awakened, what was going to be done is going to be done. And you're thinking small, but I don't know what the TikTok is. It's like, stop thinking small, you gotta think it big, big. Like, I don't you gotta think big. Like, you can't even imagine. I know you don't want to think big because you've been disappointed before or things didn't always work out, but this is different. I'm just saying. So yeah, lions, lioness, Mufasa. Watch Mufasa again. Um, I think of the line where what did she say? It was Sarabi, and Mufasa was basically talking to her, and he was like, it wasn't my, and spoilers if you haven't seen it, but he's basically saying, like, it was Taka's destiny to be a king. It wasn't mine, forgetting that his father was a king. Like, because he had lost his family and he became a part of Taka's family, that didn't take away from the fact that he was meant to be a king in his own right. And so he's telling Sarabi, no, it's not my destiny. It was Taka's destiny to be king. And she was like, no, it was Taka's destiny to save you. It was your destiny to rule because you were going to lead the people. And so don't forget that you have a destiny. Don't forget that you have a plan. And 511, as I'm seeing this, your plan may be to wake up and inspire somebody, but we need that plan to happen. So get in formation. Right now, we're having a planet parade. There are at least 7 planets right now in alignment. Get in formation. This is the time. Like, you are waking up. You are waking up to your new self. It is time for you to choose differently. The reality may look the same. But again, look again, because there are subtle changes out there to show you and remind you that things are truly, truly different. Um, yeah, that's all I have for you guys. We're gonna do this more often. We're gonna get back to it now that I am out of my hermit mode and I'm back into it. It's time for it. I look forward to seeing you again. I hope that you received everything that you needed. Yeah, comment, like, subscribe, whatever y'all want to do. And yeah,